Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I'm here with Shari Rowe. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you, Missy?
I am doing well. I'm actually really excited to talk to you. Your new EP and the title track, Moonshine. Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Oh man,
It's so great. I love it. And your video, I cannot even tell you whose idea was that.
Oh man, that was so much fun making that video. I have to give credit to the producers over at Lamont Records. They came up with the storyline for that, and it fit it so perfectly. I love the vintage vibe and the old car, and that car was actually in The Great Gatsby and Water for Elephants, and yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's awesome. And you know what? I love Water for Elephants. That is one of my favorite movies.
I know, me too.
I'm like, I could just watch that one on repeat over and over, and the rest of my family is like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm in my moment.
I get it.
That's awesome. I've never met anyone else who actually likes that movie as much as I have, so yay. Now, so I also read that your hubby has made an appearance in that video.
Yep, he absolutely did. He was playing the acoustic guitar in a scene or two, and he's actually the bass player in my band, and we've actually met putting a band together, and we tour together, and I actually can't imagine doing this without him. So yeah, I was glad he was able to get a spot in the video.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. And you looked so cute in the video. Everybody was just awesome, and the police officer, the hat was cracking me up.
I feel right. It's like a whole Barney Fife kind of vibe.
It was great. It was so great.
Yeah.
So I loved it. Now, do you live in Nashville now, or are you still in Arizona?
I'm still in Arizona. Gosh, we love Arizona so much, but we go back and forth to Nashville so often that we've entertained the idea of moving back there. I mean, in a perfect world, I'd be able to live in both places and go back and forth and have a place out there because I love that too. But gosh, Arizona's my home, so I don't know. We'll see what the future holds.
Yes, exactly. And I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I'm in California right now, but I love Nashville, and I moved there in 2013 and came back out here on vacation and got stuck. I'm trying to get back out there.
Oh, I gotcha.
But still, no matter what, I mean, California is my home. It's where all my family is, so I'll be coming here a lot too. But I get
that.
I saw that you're in Arizona all the time performing, and I have friends out there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we need to go see her.
Oh man, you totally should come out. Absolutely.
Definitely. I'll have to next time that I'm coming to Arizona, see where you're playing, and I'll have to call you and let you know, hey, I'm bringing some friends.
Yes. Absolutely, that'd be great.
But there's something interesting about where you travel that has just piqued my curiosity since, I first learned about you, and that is you perform at an event called Daisy Days in Poland.
Yes.
How did that come about? And
that I feel like it's almost surreal. I mean, we did a tour back in 2014 in Poland, and we're leaving here on May 19th to go do another packed tour again. And when we go, it's like, wow, are we really in Poland? And the way that came about, we were introduced to a guy by the name of Richard Dietrich, and he spent a lot of his years putting young musicians together and forming bands and sending them out on tours, and he just always kind of had a passion for that. Mm-hmm. And his wife is of Polish descent, so they were traveling. They went over to Europe, and they wanted to get a copy of the family crest. So they went to the appropriate building and applied for it and waited. And the official kept coming back out and asking over and over again for more details and to verify this or that. And long story short, it turns out that she is the long-lost heir to the throne.
Oh, my God.
Yes. So now he and his wife are the Count and Countess of Poland. So evidently her long-lost relatives many, many moons ago fled during the war, and one of the brothers, a couple of the brothers, I believe, were killed, and the remaining brother fled during the war and hid here in America and became a potato farmer in Iowa. So then he's long gone now, so then they couldn't find anyone. So he now is the Count. His wife does not want to be the face of this position, but he is very gracious and humble and the most unassuming person to be in this world. So he has acquired castles and hunting lodges and such, but he has given them all back as a gesture of kindness and really just uses his influence and his platform in the most positive ways he can. So he brings musicians over to do concerts. We're going to be doing a concert for the mayor. We're going to be playing in the high schools. We're going to be playing in pubs and clubs. And really, it's all about connecting. Everything that we do, we try to have purpose. I mean, so much of what we do is all about entertainment and putting on a great show. But, I have a strong faith. My husband and I have faith. And I actually, whenever I get a chance to lead worship in my church here in Arizona, I do. And I just feel like you really can bring light and hope and faith to people in so many ways that go beyond just having a church service, just simple kindnesses. So, yeah, that's why Poland. That's the shortest version of the story I can tell.
I did not even expect that. I didn't see it coming at all. I was like, there's just, wow, I'm sort of speechless right now. That sounds like it could be turned into a movie.
Well, they're working on the movie right now.
Exactly. Yep. Because that is not just something you hear every day. And I'm like, there is
no, absolutely not.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's pretty exciting.
That is exciting. And, I mean, definitely that is just, you just go somewhere for a family crest and all of a sudden you're just the heir to a throne.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't make that stuff up,
No.
And then on top of all of it, my grandparents were from Poland, so I'm of Polish descent. I had never met my grandparents. They died when my mom was very young, and so a lot of the places we're going, I'm getting to find out more about my lineage, and I have a connection with the people. I already cook the food. I already understand some of the Polish language, and so it's just the way it's all put together. It's one of those things where you just know it's meant to be.
Oh, wow. That's just great. That is just great. I love it. I love this story. That is amazing. And I bet it's just absolutely beautiful when you go over there too. And it's just
It is. Yeah, the people are so kind, and it is probably one of the cleanest places I've ever been in. We've had lots of opportunities to travel in different places, but it's everything you can imagine. I mean, you're walking on these cobblestone streets, and they're from the 12th century, and then there's the red geraniums in the windows and the white shears and the food, and it's just it's an amazing experience.
Oh, wow. Well, and you said food, and oh my God, I love food. And you played at the Scottsdale Culinary Festival. I have to know how that was too, because any culinary festival, I'm like, can I be there, please, at everybody's booth?
I know. That's probably one of my favorite shows to play out here in Arizona. We played it 3 times, and this last year didn't disappoint at all. I mean, there are so many food vendors, everything from barbecue to Mexican to pizza, and the beer gardens and chef demonstrations. So I'm a total foodie too. My husband and I love to cook, and it's like, okay, I'm doing the show and I'm smelling all these wonderful things everywhere. And I'm like, I even told the crowd, I'm like, as soon as we're done with our set, I am heading over to this booth and that booth.
Absolutely. Well, and I wonder about that too, because I'm like, you know what? You know that if the whole audience can smell this stuff, you know that the people up on stage can too. And I've always just wanted to ask, like, what does that really do for you while you're up there on that stage smelling all that wonderful food? Because I know
it's pretty tempting. Yeah, and when the weather's so great here, so that time of year is perfect when they hold it. So there's a little breeze, the sun is shining, and everybody's sitting on the grass, and it's a good time.
That's great. And you've played at the Bumblebee Ranch too, at the Big Sting Festival, which I have to tell you, just the name alone cracked me up when I was reading that. I had no idea that festival existed. Is that actually in Arizona too, or no? Because you have that one coming up in October.
Yeah, that one is very special to me. This will be the 2nd year for that festival. Last year was the first, and we were fortunate to be able to play the very first Big Sting, and it's just north of the valley, so it's where you start to head up the mountain. Mm-hmm. So it's a working ranch. It's a beautiful facility, and I think the greatest part of it is Vicki Burton runs the festival, and she represents, and she actually started an organization called the Shadows Foundation, and that organization started several years ago and is growing, and they make an effort to help families who can't pay their medical bills, who are facing, in some cases, terminal illness and can't work. And they do everything from paying bills for people to bringing them food to, you name it, they're just there for the community. So all the proceeds from the big sting go to Shadows Foundation. So we're really blessed to be a part of that. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. And is it just a one-day festival, or is it does it go on? Because I just got done with the Stagecoach Festival covering that, and that was 3 days.
That's
crazy.
Awesome. Yes. Oh, I love those. Yeah, this was 3 days as well. And Country Thunder is in the southern part of Arizona, and Big Sting is in the northern part, and they're both opposite times of the year. One is in the spring, and Big Sting is in the fall. So I think it's a great addition just to the festival vibe here in Arizona. It's there's roping lessons, and everybody brings their like ATVs and toys just to play out in the desert, and it's camping, and it's you can bring your RV, or you can do traditional camping, or you can just come for the day. But great barbecue. It's just that real cool kind of dude ranch kind of vibe.
Right. Oh, that's incredible. I'm so glad that when I was looking at your website and I saw all of these festivals that you're playing, I was like, wow, she is really busy. Like you are constantly busy, and which is great for any musician. I mean, that's what you do. And so I was really happy to see all of that, but I was really more excited that I'm learning about all of these new festivals that I hadn't even heard of. So that's awesome. And
go ahead.
I was just saying, I know that you've played CMA Fest too, so I want to know, out of all of these festivals, because CMA Fest is like the largest country music festival ever, it seems. But out of all of these festivals, which one has been your favorite?
Oh man. That's so hard to say because I love them for so many different reasons. I mean, the idea of going to CMA Fest, it's the entire country music community coming together, and it is just so huge and so jam-packed. Yeah. And I think that it's kind of up there just because the fans are so excited to see you. Like, they're just, and that is the end of the day. I mean, you're making this music and you're putting it out there, and you're wondering, you know that it's going into this state or that state or this country, but then when you actually find someone who drove from, Louisiana, and they're bringing up their T-shirts that they got 5 years ago, and they're still having the same shirt signed, and they're like, I know your song, and I love it, and it's just, that's pretty cool. So, I'd say for that reason, that's pretty far up there.
Well, and I have to tell you that out of everything that I've covered as well, I always refer to CMA Fest because it really is. You have fans from all over the world, and it is to just stand back and watch and see the excitement on their faces when they're toting those guitars around, they're collecting signatures on, or their boots or whatever, and when they're sharing stories of exciting, meet and greets that they've had the opportunity to have. Because at Stagecoach, there weren't a lot of meet and greets for the fans that not at all, not anything like CMA Fest. CMA Fest, you have the whole Fanfare X where they have lines that you wait in and you get to meet the artists are so much easily accessed there,
Oh, they are. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when we were at the booth, we were signing, and just behind me, Keith Urban was over at the other booth with a line, people waiting to say hi, and he premiered one of his newer songs just on acoustic guitar. It's very intimate. You get to come right up and chat with some of your favorite artists, so that's pretty cool.
Exactly. It's fun. I know. I got to chat with Diamond Rio last year, and we were chatting about hair. We were, I had my hair crimped, and the guys were like, my daughter has one of those, and it's a zigzagger thing. It was great.
Oh, my gosh, I love it.
I know. Awesome. It's like, how many times can you have those kinds of conversations with country artists or any artist for that matter? So
it's pretty cool.
It's great. Are you going to be there again this year?
Yeah, we're going to be busier than ever this year. From what I've been told, we're playing a minimum of 6 shows and probably more like 8 or 10 during CMA. So we're just going to be. They told me, they're going to have a golf cart to just take me here and there, and I need to be ready for the schedule.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We get back from Poland on the 30th, and then we have about 5 days here at home. And then we hit the road because we're doing the radio tour thing on the way to Tennessee and on the way back. So, I'm just trying to drink a lot of water and eat right and rest until we leave for Poland on the 19th.
Definitely. You need to have you need to have like a diary, like a video diary of everything that you're doing, because I bet that would make for some really great entertainment for your fans as well. But
well, we're on Periscope, so we try to go live as often as we can and post all that stuff to social media, because that's fun to be able to share with everybody.
Right. Well, and definitely let us know where you're going to be at during CMA Fest. Let us know what your schedule is going to be so that we can come out and we can actually see you.
That'd be great.
And then we can cover one of your shows and maybe get you on camera talking to fans and, and everything, because man, you have such a great personality too, which I know that.
Oh, you do too. You're so fun to talk to.
Oh, well, thank you. I didn't expect that. Thank you. No, but I think the fans really, you have a way of connecting to your fans, which I think is great. And, your videos, your music, everything about it is just so fun and welcoming and inviting that I was so excited to be able to talk to you about all that. But you've blown my mind today. Not very many interviews blow my mind like you have. And I'm seriously, my mind is toast now. I'm completely off track where I was originally going with our conversation.
Oh man!
But it's all good. One of the things that I wanted to talk about though was that you come from a musical family, right? I mean,
yeah, I do. I have a big family. Gosh, I remember as far back as I can remember. Really, I grew up singing harmony. Even when we go on camping trips, even singing along to the radio, we were always trying to add harmonies to everything, or singing around the fire, and even just putting songs together. And I actually toured with my sister and my sister-in-law for a while, doing contemporary Christian music. We released a couple projects with Atlantic Records, one with Atlantic and then a couple independent. But music has we were always putting on some kind of living room show. Even to this day, when we all get together, there's probably about 20, 25 of us, and we usually have a New Year's Eve talent show kind of thing. And we're just a big, loud, goofy, dramatic family, but I love it.
That's great. That's something I could also see in one of those movies like Home for the Holidays or something, where you have this big family that's just into all kinds of crazy fun stuff, and I could totally see that. That's great. And that's something my daughter would love if we did, was, putting on talent shows. She's walking around forever in this house singing, and her sister and I just a little bit ago, we were sitting in our room talking, and we hear her belting out Queen Latifah from
oh my gosh,
from Hairspray, and
I love it.
Oh, it's great, and she does it all the time. We never know, and so my daughter and I just looked at each other, and we were like, wow, she's really into it right now.
Gosh. That is awesome. Those are good memories, man. You don't forget that kind of stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, we'll forever, just remember these moments, because they really are pretty great. And I love that you have a musical family, because that means that you've been supported. Unfortunately, we have a lot of artists in our world today who have not had the kind of support, or backing you have, or some others have. So I think that's really, really awesome that you come from that background, and that, it seems easier to go at it, right? Because you have that support. And so what would you tell anyone who's getting into the music business right now? Because I know it's a struggle, and I know there's a lot of people competing right now, but what would you say if you could?
Man, I think, really, if you just really love what you do, I think you really have to find joy in every part of it. You can't forget about that, because it is so much work. I'm really blessed to be able to have my husband right beside me, and we do this together, and so we get it. We get the industry. We get each other. And like you said, family, they get it when I'm, gone for a long time, or when I just need to rest after being gone for a while, or there's so many little things that they just get. So I would say, surround yourself with like-minded people. If you don't have that family, find friends, find people that you can connect with who get you, who understand. And really just don't forget what you love about it. I mean, keep writing, surround yourself with people better than you, so that you continually grow and become a better writer, better musician, better performer, and just have fun. And try not to take the industry part of it too seriously. I mean, from a business perspective, you have to consider that. But if you only focus on that, you're just going to feel defeated a lot of the time. So just, keep pushing forward and do what you love.
That's awesome. And I think that's great advice. And I think you're spot on, you know, especially with surrounding yourself with positive people and like-minded people. That is so important. So, so important.
It is.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And, you know, it's a good lesson for, you know, everyone of all ages. That is just such a good lesson for all of us.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. And, you know, and I know we haven't talked enough about your EP, Moonshine. So is it available on iTunes in you know, digital format?
It is. Yep. It's on ShariRowe.com. You know, there's some streaming places you can catch it there. It's been great. We've been getting some great feedback on that project. Moonshine did really well, and then Family Gathering came out in the fall, which was really something cool for me because that's really close to my heart, being from a big family. So that was great. We got some great holiday play, and now I've been writing and co-writing with people out in Nashville, and we're going to be putting out a new single this summer. So there's new music on the way.
That's great. That's great. And I forgot to mention, yes, Family Gathering. That's like a theme song for all the families sitting around campfires and stuff, right?
It is. Yeah, it sure is. Yeah. I mean, it really just goes back to that idea that, you know, anytime you get a big group of people together, family or friends or whatever, I mean, there's going to be quirkiness, there's going to be awkwardness, there's just going to be all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, if you have those people, it's a huge blessing. So that's kind of where that song ended up landing.
Well, that's great. Well, I am excited so much to see you at CMA Fest and all these festivals that you have coming up, everything that you have going on, man. Just be safe, take care of yourself, and, man, share. I want to see some of those video diary moments.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so, definitely. Yeah. So I'll make sure to get it all. Yeah, that's for sure. And I really hope that I do get to meet you at CMA, Missy. It's been really cool talking with you.
Oh, well, I'm gonna make sure of it. Like I will definitely text you or call you and say, okay, this is where we are, you know, and
cool.
We'll try to catch one of your shows, one of your many shows. That's great. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
It's just gonna be great. Well, man, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. And until we see you again, just like I said, and, you know, have a blast, but stay safe out there and stay rested because we need to see you at CMA Fest.
Oh, very cool. Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it.
No problem. We'll talk to you soon.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.